In news just to hand, a 26-year-old football player and father of two died early this morning during a drinking bout at a suburban football club. It's believed the man was involved in a drinking competition with other club members when he collapsed and died. Police say a coronial inquest into the exact
I remember the event very well.
later this year.
As a result of that incident, we lost our licence. It was a matter of the licence was just rescinded and lost. It would have meant devastation to Diggers Rest. You can't sort of bury your head in the sand. A sporting club like this, whether it be a football club, a cricket club or a true sports club, without a licence, without a liquor licence, you just don't survive.
Across Australia, sporting clubs are under pressure. Today, clubs are being held responsible for their performance off the field as much as on it. There's now mounting evidence that underage and binge drinking is being learned within the alcohol culture of many sporting clubs. There's also the question of legal responsibility. The potential for a crippling lawsuit has become a real fear for all licensed sporting clubs. The struggle is to find a balance between responsible alcohol management and the bottom line of financial survival. Many clubs are also battling falling membership numbers, and most worrying of all, a drop in junior teams as a range of alternative sports compete for the hearts and minds of junior players and their parents.
Good boy.
Excellent shot. Well done.
Well, I believe that the clubs have got a tremendous responsibility today, and I think parents expect that when their young daughters or sons go to a club, that it's going to be a responsible club, whether it be in the training of the player, the safeness of helmets if you're batting in the nets for cricket, for example, but certainly after the game or after practice, I think sensible drinking and sensible eating is very much part of the responsibility of the clubs today. The way you manage your social party club is just as important as the way you manage your on-field performances. And the good clubs do this, you know, good committees, sensible drinking facilities, controlled drinking, certain hours when the game's not on, no drinking, and to encourage families back to the club as well. I think that clubs will only survive today if it does become the social part of their structure.
There's no doubt the pressure is now on clubs to make fundamental changes in their handling and management of alcohol. And for many, the changes are needed quickly. At Pambula Football Club on the New South Wales south coast, the warning signs were clear.
I guess it'd be fair to say that the social behaviour of most of the players was quite unacceptable in the public. It wasn't good at all. They were doing a lot of drinking, there was a lot of language, really loudish type of stuff that you didn't want to be associated with and be around. And it went further than that because the spectators at the actual grounds were quite vocal as well, and rude language. I mean, if I had children, there's no way I'd want them around listening to that, and I don't think anyone would. So they had to clean up their act.
Basically, it's the surviving of the club into the future. If we haven't got the families comfortable enough and happy enough to come down to this club, we're not going to have the junior players, we're not going to have the senior players, and we'll slowly just implode on ourselves.
We'd had 10 years through the 90s where we won 8 A-grade flags, 5 B-grade and 2 senior colts, I think. And we had a lot of success, and then that success went away. And as we started losing games, the boys were bonding off the field rather than on the field. And really, the beer, everything, it was everyone had a great time, but we identified that we were losing a lot of families, and we had to get that back to the club for the future to be strong.
By the year 2000, many clubs had identified a need for change, though most had no clear idea of how to go about it. In that year, the Good Sports program was launched in Victoria, specifically to help licensed sporting clubs improve their alcohol management and alcohol culture, and a resulting improvement in their long-term financial futures. Today, Good Sports is available to clubs in most states, and it's spreading quickly. The program has 3 steps of accreditation. Level 1 is based on a commitment to the liquor licensing laws. Selected club members must complete training in the responsible serving of alcohol and the club must hold and adhere to the appropriate liquor licence. Level 2 involves changes in the club's practices. These include taking the emphasis off alcohol at functions, replacing alcohol as a prize for raffles or club awards, going smoke-free, providing food and drink options for players and spectators, and developing a safe transport strategy. In Level 3, the requirements of Levels 1 and 2 are maintained. There's also the development of a club alcohol policy that supports these changes into the future. Level 0 accreditation is available for clubs which don't sell or consume alcohol, while at every accreditation level, clubs need to promote the good sports changes within the club and the outside community. One of the most important parts of good sports accreditation is the training of all club bar staff in the responsible serving of alcohol.
It's important that you have 5 signs of intoxication. 5 signs: swaying and staggering, strong smell of alcohol, fumbling with a change, slurred speech, and one that's not mentioned in the book, and one that I would normally recommend to people, would be the red eyes.
For many licensed clubs, alcohol provides a major part of the club's income. The fear is that any change in alcohol sales could damage the club's financial future.
Well, our experience has been that you can easily substitute alcohol sales with a whole range of different revenue streams, that your club's overall financial position doesn't have to suffer if you really responsibly manage alcohol.
Health of the club is great, both financially and socially. You know, finances have gone up 150%, and the success of being a family club has also gone through the roof, to the extent where we're in the process of building $150,000 to $200,000 extensions to the club.
We're certainly seeing some results here. We've got greater youth participation. Over the last 2 years, we've had an increase of 28% in our youth participation.
Good. And that's a perfect spot. You just got to base it.
In our juniors lies our baseball future, our umpiring future, our scoring future, and our revenue future.
That's better. Good.
We've seen the result already, even with our figures and so on. Bar sales, food sales, and our slip really are the main features, the main money-raising things. But we've managed to keep the numbers up, keep the figures up, and everybody's enjoying themselves. We're now up to 150 members from the days when we only had about 60. And in this calendar year, we've taken on 20 new memberships, and a lot of those memberships are family memberships, which is good. It didn't happen before, it is happening now.
I have to front the finance committee every year, and the RSL look at their image as well within the community, and they need to be funding sporting clubs that are doing the right thing. The last 3 or 4 years, we just walk in and virtually rubber stamp. They're so pleased with the way we're doing things and our image in the town that they are more than happy to just hand us a cheque every year. I love getting it too.
Come on, the 3 of yous!
We looked at Good Sports and we thought, well, this is a good way to go. We weren't going to thrust it onto anyone and say, look, from now on you must all drink light beer or not drink or anything. But we've used the ideas through Good Sports to slowly change things in the club, and it's working.
Well done, Luke!
And we're really trying to push it out into the local community, get a lot more sponsors out of it. If you have a look at the signs around the Oval at the moment, we've probably added another 15 this year, and that turns into a lot of money for the club.
The Good Sports program offers licensed sporting clubs across Australia a realistic guide to making their clubs more enjoyable, safer places for a wider range of people. A solid club future built on a profitable and responsible attitude to alcohol sales and management.
It's a great program, and any control of alcohol and still be able to get the benefit of the sales is good, but it's good for the club as well, and the image of the club.
Certainly, I think the key is that the program isn't everything. You need to want to change, find a vision, and then realise it. And Good Sports is a great starting point for it.
And it's going just so well. You know, it's better than what we imagined. I'd have to say that.
It's
it's not a sudden thing, it's just a slow change, and I think that's what Good Sports has always promoted. They don't want people to stop drinking, they just want them to drink responsibly.
You know, if clubs want to become family friendly, and really family are the future of any club, if you want to become family friendly, you can't afford not to get involved in Good Sports.
Good Sports, changing the culture of alcohol and sport.